What's up, y'all? It's Jonas. Just standing out here watering some of my palms and some of my black walnuts that I just got from the Arbor Foundation. But you know, I've always been kind of partial to trees, and people really irk me. That's why I was a soldier, and I was pretty good at it. But anyhow, so, you know, as you can see behind me, looks pretty windy, huh? These machines, I'm about to walk to the back of my property back here for these big citrus that I'm about to start protesting because they're dastardly, and they've been dastardly all my life. Their chemicals killed my mom and everybody else's moms with cancer on this road, and I'm not standing around while my wife and my kids end up the same way. They don't put anything back into the community. As you can see, we live on a rural dirt road. You know, there's people across the street over there. That was my brother's crypt. You know, yes, my brother's buried in my front yard. So that shows you a little bit how much how rural we are. However, you know, there are a lot of people in the neighborhood. There's probably, what, how many families? 20 families, something like that. But my wife's in a bad mood. I gotta go back here and check my pump now because the sand mines are right down the road 2 miles, digging out the ground, stealing all of our water out of aquifer because, you know, nobody seems to realize that when you dig a big hole, all the water from around the area dries out. And the bigger the hole that you dig, the deeper the hole you dig, the more you're going to pull out of the surface level of water too. You know, say it was where like shallow wells and people with their home wells, you know, their water supplies. It's going to be. So, you know, I'm not even going to protest the whole thing yet. But those machines you can hear running in the background still back there, that with all this wind like this is what day they choose to spray these chemicals from these big machines in these groves that just sprays it out like just Waffinator 5000. So yeah, so look, I've been having to do my well all the time, and I'm not no fool, man. I know how to put stuff together. I've done it in metal, I've done it in PVC, I've done it in every way you can do it so far, except for dropping stupid poly pipe into the ground. That's retarded. But keep having to go deeper because by the day they're taking our water. You know, the county approves this, but how's the county got rights to my minerals underneath my property? It's been in my family for 2 generations. How? It's private property. It's been paid for. That doesn't mean that they get to choose to do what I want to do on it, or what my dad did on it. As you can see, we know our rights because, see, there goes my brother. That's his house. It's been there for about 20 years. Anyhow, I'm gonna cut this short, and the rest of you American folks, especially Floridians down here with big citrus, killing off everybody's moms. Everybody that was born in the 80s, all their moms is dying every day already because the groves. Stay-at-home moms, it was popular in the early 90s. And that's just how it was in rural areas. Dad went to work, his kids went to school, mom stayed home. Well, everybody's moms, bless their hearts, they all got poisoned. But these guys supposedly supposed to be spraying at night for low impact, but I know for a fact they're not supposed to be spraying when it's this windy outside. Particle droplet size. Not even a vapor, but a particle. A droplet size of a particle, which is a little bit bigger than floating vapor. It can still travel on a 3-mile-an-hour wind, 10 miles. And when your state's kind of flat, Florida, you know, that goes a long way. So what are these chemicals that they're just spraying out by the gallons per second? It seems like. Because yeah, they're doing vapor size, but the fans, the giant fans that these tractors are pulling on our PTOs that are just pumping out this chemical into these groves, owned by politicians. Starts with a P. I'm not gonna say no names. Not gonna give them up, man. Starts with a P. Putnam. P. Putnam. It used to be a private owner. However, See this, all of this stuff right here too? See this like private road that the county doesn't take care of? The Grove owners mess this up, make money off of it every season, and they've never once put any labor, effort, materials, etc. into this private road, and we've all had to take care of it, all of the other property owners. However, these guys are just like, screw it, we'll kill all your wives and screw up your car too, because you know I gotta have a 4-wheel drive car just to come down my road because of those dudes. And the new immigrant guy that seems to think that he can pull a semi up and down a sand road without screwing it up. Thanks, immigrant guy. Man, y'all gotta watch who y'all letting into this country, man. Not all of them is as smart as them dudes that came up in the pickup truck that floated, you know, in the late 90s, that they drove up onto the beach in Miami. Those dudes is pretty smart. Okay, we'll keep them. They might be engineers. These other guys, they just about destroying, man, and I'm not about the woods looking like favela. No.